Welcome back to Worth Coin. In today's clip, we're diving into the fascinating history and shocking value of the ultra-rare Buffalo nickel, a coin that has stunned collectors for over a century. First up, today, we're exploring the fascinating story behind the 2005p Buffalo nickel with a rare brown shade, a coin that has sparked curiosity and collector interest across the country. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another modern nickel, but once you look closer, you'll see it carries deep historical roots and some intriguing variations that set it apart. In 2005, the U.S. Mint launched a special series of nickels known as the Westward Journey Nickel Series to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. As part of that series, the Mint reintroduced the American bison design on the reverse, a tribute to the original Buffalo nickel designed by James Earl Fraser in 1913. The obverse of the 2005 version features a modern right-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist Joe Fitzgerald, with the word Liberty in Jefferson's own handwriting style. The reverse showcases a large and powerful American bison standing on open ground, created by designer Jamie Franke. This design paid homage not only to the Western frontier, but also to the iconic 20th-century Buffalo nickel, which remains one of the most beloved coin designs in U.S. history. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Many 2005p Buffalo nickels have surfaced with a noticeable and unusual brown or golden tint, instead of the typical silver nickel appearance. This coloration, often described as a brown shade or wood grain tone, is not an officially recognized mint error, but rather a result of either a unique chemical reaction in the alloy, improper rinsing during the minting process, or long-term environmental exposure. While not all brown shade Buffalo nickels are rare, those with uniform, unusual toning or rainbow-like surfaces can attract premium interest from collectors due to their eye appeal and uniqueness. These brown-toned coins are most commonly found on the Philadelphia minted P issues, hence the popularity of the term 2005p brown Buffalo nickel. In terms of value, a standard circulated 2005p Buffalo nickel is typically worth face value, or slightly above, usually between 5 and 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples in MS-65 or higher can be worth between $1 to $5. If the coin has unusual toning, especially a rich, even brown or copper hue, its market value can jump significantly. Collectors have been known to pay $10, $20, or even more for visually striking specimens, particularly when they have been graded and slabbed by a major service like PCGS or NGC. It's important to note that while toning can increase value, it must be natural and appealing to the eye. Artificial or chemical toning can actually reduce the coin's desirability. So, if you come across one of these brownish-toned 2005p Buffalo nickels, take a close look at the luster, the evenness of the tone, and whether there are any signs of damage or cleaning. A natural patina and clean fields can make the difference between a common find and a collector's piece worth holding onto. Look at the 2005D Buffalo nickel, part of the U.S. Mint's special Westward Journey Nickel Series. While it may look like just another modern coin, the 2005D carries historical weight, beautiful design, and unique collector value that makes it far more than spare change. In 2005, the U.S. Mint released 2 commemorative reverse designs to celebrate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. One of those featured the return of the American bison to the reverse of the nickel, a powerful tribute to the iconic Buffalo nickel of 1913 to 1938. Minted in Denver and marked with a D mint mark, the 2005D Buffalo nickel brought modern craftsmanship to a classic American symbol. The obverse of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist Joe Fitzgerald. Unlike earlier versions, Jefferson appears more lifelike and expressive, with the word "Liberty" written in his own handwriting style. On the reverse, you'll find a detailed image of a standing American bison created by artist Jamie Franke. This design symbolized both the spirit of the American frontier and the wildlife encountered during the expedition west. It's worth noting that this was one of the few modern coins that successfully revived a historic design while adding modern elements, making it popular among both historians and collectors. Now let's talk about the coin's value. A standard 2005-D Buffalo nickel in circulated condition is common and generally worth its face value of 5 cents. However, uncirculated examples in high grades, particularly in MS 65 and above, can fetch between $1 to $5 on the collector market. If the coin is in perfect condition and graded MS 67 or higher by a major grading service like PCGS or NGC, it can command even higher prices, sometimes in the range of $10 to $50 or more, depending on demand. Keep in mind, coin value increases significantly with eye appeal, clean surfaces, strong strikes, and lack of blemishes. But there's one big reason collectors pay attention to this coin: the now famous speared bison error. This rare variety is found only on the 2005-D Buffalo nickel and features a visible die gouge running horizontally through the bison's back, resembling a spear. This wasn't an intentional part of the design. It was caused by a minting error, where a sharp object or damage on the die left a deep impression on all the coins it struck. The result is a very distinct and noticeable line that collectors immediately recognize. These error coins are extremely valuable. A speared bison in excellent condition can be worth hundreds of dollars, and some have sold for over $1,000 at auction, depending on grade and demand. If you think you've found one, check with a magnifier or loupe, and consider sending it to a grading company for authentication.